Hey everyone, I'm back with another modified vehicle for you. This time, I modified the Kart Racer and turned it into the Kart Flyer, or what I like to call it, the Fly. Because it kind of looks like one, doesn't it? I've been wanting to make a small flying vehicle, and this one kind of happened by accident when I was working in my sandbox world. I already had a Kart Racer lying around, and I wanted to slap a flying kit on it. After some brief experimentation, I was actually really happy with the results. This little vehicle is easy to fly, it turns on a dime, and it's also really easy to land. I was actually really surprised at how much fun it is to use. Now I'm going to show you how you can make your very own. Just one thing to be aware of, I do use the flooring from the Lighthouse set and a small piece from Spider-Man's apartment set. But you probably could also just use a square floor piece, and the Spider-Man piece is actually only a cosmetic. Alright, let's get started. First we're just going to build the Kart Racer to completion. Next, we're going to be adding the wings, which is the seaworthy wide floor piece that comes from the Lighthouse set. Line these up and connect them to the Kart Racer spoiler. Then we are going to be adding the fire escape support. This piece comes from the Spider-Man apartment building set, but it's only cosmetic. This piece fits perfectly between the two wheels, but make sure you bump it up just a little bit so that it connects with the under part of the wing. After that, we'll be using the rustic beam 3 piece, and it's going to be placed 2 spaces from the back of the wing and right alongside that support piece. And we will do the same thing for the other side. Now we will be adding a small thruster to the front part of this rustic beam. Make sure that the thruster is hanging halfway off the front. Make sure to do this on both sides as well. Next up, we will be placing the small activated balloons. And by utilizing the thruster trick, we'll be able to place these activated balloons on their side. And you do this by placing the small targeting dot at the base of the thruster. Then use the nudge function to maneuver the balloon to where you need it to be placed. It may take a couple of tries, but eventually you'll get it. Once you get the first balloon where you want it, the rest should be easier to line up. Place it as close to the thruster as you can. You'll want to leave one space between the first balloon and the second balloon. Next, leave 2 spaces between the second balloon and the third balloon. Place the fourth balloon all the way to the back edge of the beam, then move in from that placement and skip a space and place the 5th balloon. Now do the same balloon pattern on the other side. Next up, we're going to place the slate thin floor 2 piece right on top of the spoiler. We're going to be placing a temporary thruster right on the side here. This is so we can place 2 small balloons horizontally on the back spoiler. The placement is a little tricky and may take some time to get it right, but they do fit. Now we're going to remove the bumper and place 2 small wooden chests for storage. It's not much, but it's something. You're going to want to line up the chests with the steering wheel and have the front part just hang over a little bit. Next up, we are going to be taking the medium fender and connecting that to the part of the thruster that was hanging off the beam. And of course, do this on both sides. If you place your targeting dot on the fender, you'll be able to get the angled light bar to go sideways, and then you can connect it to the side of the chest. Now to place the large thrusters on the back of the vehicle. If you look real closely, you'll notice that the highlighted part of the grid is dividing the black and yellow line perfectly in half. That's where you want to place this. The second thruster will be right next to this one, and the 2 edges should be practically touching. The third thruster should be the easiest to place since it's right over the black and yellow rectangle. Next to the bottom large thruster, we'll be placing a small thruster on an angle. This shouldn't be too hard to do since the back of the cart already has an angled piece. Don't forget to break the thruster that we left on the spoiler to place those balloons. We're also going to use the vehicle railing piece as its new bumper. You should be able to connect this to the bottom part of the chests. And finally, we just need to set the thrusters channels. I leave the 3 main large thrusters on the default channel. The front right thruster is on channel 1. The front left thruster is on channel 2. The back left angled thruster will be on channel 1. and the back right angle thruster will be on channel 2. You just want to make sure that the front side thrusters and the back side thrusters are on opposite channels. Which means that if the right front channel is 1, then the right back channel should be 2, and the left front channel should be 2, and the back left channel should be 1. You can do a little stationary test to make sure all thrusters are operating correctly, and then you should be good to go. And there you have it, the Kart Flyer. The balloons can get you to easily vertically take off. The side thrusters have great turning capability, and the 3 large back thrusters get you going pretty fast. And when you want to land, just retract the balloons under the wing and you'll have a nice smooth glide back to the ground. Even on its descent, you can still use the thrusters and still maintain pretty good maneuverability. If you found this tutorial helpful and you found this build fun to fly, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.